All right, everyone, welcome back to the channel. I haven't done one of these in a while, so I figured I would throw it out to the public. This would be a trade breakdown. I'm not going to go into detail on each and every one of my trades. I did get a message and someone asked, that's a current follower or member of the community on Discord, if I could show my mind, or not show, but go through the process of what I was thinking on the long entry that I took on the Nasdaq today. So I'm going to show that trade, but I want to go over, one or two additional trades that I took. These videos I find help individuals out. So breaking things down, especially if you are someone that's, new to the channel, you're struggling, maybe you're trying to find your way in the future markets, especially if you trade the Nasdaq 100 or maybe even the ES futures. So this is for you guys, okay? And even those that are part of the community right now and maybe still struggling a little bit, I know we have, a slew of successful traders that are part of the Discord community, and a good number of them trade similar to the way or style that I trade. So if you are having followed the channel and I get this same comment over and over again. The message I receive is the fact is that people have transitioned and moved over to the style of how I trade. They found success. They're seeing the light. It's working for them, but they're kind of, at break even, or they're slightly green on the day. These type videos help them out, okay? And I'm sure if you're watching this and it's helping you out as well, okay? People have told me stories or shared with me that they've traded other strategies in the past and that did not just work out. They tried trading strategies that they maybe trade different markets with, maybe their options with, or Forex with, and now they've switched over to the future markets, and it's just not working out for them, the same strategy, so they have to find something different. So they've come across the channel here and have picked up on a solid strategy that has worked out for them. Lots of them or individuals have passed evaluations or personally trading with their own money, and I salute you guys. Congrats for doing so. And it makes me feel good as just an individual, I'm not going to sit here and say that I'm patting myself on the back, because you guys put in the hard work and what it takes to really push yourself to be successful and get to the level to where you're at now. I know you're still climbing that mountain, and as students of the markets, we are always learning something different each and every day. So let's get into the charts now. I'm talking about the Nasdaq futures. If you take a look, what's been going on, okay? We are bullish, all right? Definitely, and have been, for, several days, maybe even a few weeks here. You can see the market's just been moving to the upside. Now, this is a 24 range chart. I trade range-based charts, but the strategy I use surrounds supply and demand, okay? Supply and demand is universal, and that's the reason why I love trading it, because you can use it no matter the markets. I'm talking options, futures, Forex, whatever it is, okay? So, all right, so here I have my 24 range chart, okay? There were two trades that I took that were both inspired by from the 24 range. And when I say inspired, I mean because we had tapped into zones, either supply or demand, off of the 24 range chart. So when I see things like that, where we have a zone it doesn't really matter, because supply and demand is universal. You'll see it unfold on the 12 range chart, the 24 range chart, the 60 range chart, and even if you trade other chart styles or chart types like the 5-minute or the 60-minute, or just say time-based charts in general, or maybe you trade tick or volume charts. It's universal. You're going to see it no matter the time frame, no matter the chart type, okay? So what I saw here unfold, I bring this together here on the 24 range. Even though we were moving to the upside. So to me, we're bullish overall on the higher time frame when it comes to the 60 range chart, right? All right. But then I saw the market kind of moving lower here, and then it kind of broke back to the upside. So we were actually in a range today, okay? Because we had a high here from yesterday, a low, broke structure right here, okay? Today, shortly after the market opened up, we broke this high right here from yesterday at 123.5, and then the market pulls into the beginning of today's session, U.S. session. The market started, moving lower here, okay? But then we started just moving sideways. So but this is off the higher time frame chart, okay? There was definitely moves or trades to be taken on the lower time frame chart, but just as I always say, take your trades in the direction of try to in the higher time frame. With the higher time frame, again, if you are, someone that's, new to trading futures or a beginner trader, because that's going to increase your confirmation of the trades. I mean, the possibility of the trade moving in the direction of what you're looking to take a trade in. So if the higher time frame is bullish, look for setups on the lower time frame, okay? And I talk about the strategy in full and in detail in tons of videos here on the channel, so all you got to do is spend the time to watch, okay? But again, I'm looking at my 24 range chart just to show, okay? This was the high right here, all right? Prior to that you just saw on the 60 range chart. And the market starts to break lower on the 24 range chart. We started breaking structure if you look to the left-hand side of the chart here, okay? All right, so it starts swinging, making lower lows and lower highs, breaking through areas of structure over here. And then it turns around and it starts to do what? Move higher, okay? So we started making these small little swings to the upside here, making small little lower highs and lower lows to the upside. We did break this area of structure above 16,044. Now, this is internal structure, okay? This is the major area. If price breaks above here at 73, that would be a major structural shift to the upside, a major breaker structure to the upside. So anything in between a leg, okay, is going to be considered internal structure, okay, for me especially, okay? So when the market made this low here, it broke higher, it broke above here at 44, so it broke internal structure, okay? And at that point, all I'm doing, okay, even though we made this run to the downside right here, we started breaking internal structures back to the upside and took out this area right here. So I'm interested if we get a pullback, because the moment, you have to understand this, the moment the market breaks structure, okay, in either direction, you got to look to see, okay, is there a supply zone? Is there a demand zone? You have to kind of size up areas and look for zones, okay? Supply meaning aggressive selling, or demand means aggressive buying. This is aggressive buying, okay? So, you got to think about it too. And I did a video about this earlier today. Who made this move right here? This aggressive push to the upside. The banks or institutions. So I want to be part of that movement back to the upside if they come back and try to tap in here. And also, if you pay close attention here, there's a gap, a void. I'll draw it right quick. Okay, small little gap, a void back to the demand zone here. Top in here, top in here. The market has to fill this area. When I see something like that in a major area of demand after a break of structure, okay, I'm going to look for an opportunity for the market to pull back to this zone right here, okay? Once it taps into it, if it rejects it, I'm going long, okay? Sometimes I'll wait. I'm more of an aggressive style trader, so sometimes what I'll do is if I see a nice bullish candle forming where it tapped into the zone and then quickly wicked away from it, I'm going to get to the trade aggressively. Now, other than that, if I just see, just kind of this bullish candle right here with a small wick at the bottom of it, I'm going to wait more patiently and to get more confirmation and look for the break of a candle, the close above it, meaning a bullish candle closing above the last bearish candle to the downside. So I got the close right here at 50. I get into the trade. Where am I going to take the trade back up to? I want to aim for the high right here because I'm pretty sure it's going to come back up to test or break through this high. Whether it wicks the high or takes it out completely like it did. So if you get into the trade here, like I did, I got into this trade here, and I did post this over on the Discord community and took out both my contracts above this. I think I took out one contract around right here and the last contract up here. I think all in all, take a look at my Discord right quick. It was about. That was like a 15-point trade on the last contract, okay? So I posted that in the Discord for all those that say I don't post my trades, whatever the case is. I don't show my trades. Yes, I do. They're on the Discord. Go into the Discord community. Most of them. I don't post everything, guys, because there's no sense of doing so. I post the ones that I think are good, valuable trades, opportunities, and to show the community because, it helps when people ask questions, why did you take a trade? Just as an individual asks, why did I take a certain long that I'm going to get ready to show here in a moment. And I took that one off of I believe the 12 range chart. Okay, so I'll show that one because it was a beautiful run to the upside, all right? And that was actually the last trade that I took. And like I said, I posted it over on the Discord. If you look on the community, if you're not part of the community, go ahead and find the link down in the description portion of the video and invite yourself in. It's free. And you'll see my posts of my trades that I take on the daily, as well as tons of other traders that trade and are part of the community, and they post their own screenshots and images of the trades they've taken as well, okay? Again, it helps individuals. Now, this right here was a short entry. It was a quick scalp short, okay? So the market, you can see after it started running back to the upside here, it turned back down. It broke an area of structure right here to the downside. So we have a swing right here. It didn't come down here and break through this area right here, the bottom end of the swing here, but just pay close attention because, I'm sorry guys, blow this back up for you. There was after it made it run to the upside, it started coming back down, making lower lows and lower highs. It did break structure right here, and it left behind a supply zone in this case here, okay? Now, there's also a gap in between this area here, a void, okay, back to the supply zone. Small area there. Supply, wide, aggressive selling. Who's doing that? The banks and institutions. You got to understand when you see moves like that, swift moves to the downside or to the upside in this case here. Pull back to the zone. One of the key things I look for and I need to see in my trading, especially to happen to unfold, for me to be interested in a opportunity is a break of structure. The market broke lower. It broke below this area structure here at 40. Okay, this is a pullback to a clean area of supply where there's a void or gap at, and this is the kind of candle I want to see once the market taps into the zone. See this bearish candle right here? I got an aggressive below that area there at 43, somewhere the close below that area. The reason being because the majority of this wick right here, when I see big wicks like that back out of zone, clear sign of rejection. And then when you see the bottom end, which is a hammer to the downside here, bearish candle, strong bearish candle to the upside, and this is a strong area, a strong means of rejection right here, this wick here, and closing with a strong bearish hammer candle to the downside. I'm in. I'm going short, aiming for the low back down here. So right here, 43 and a quarter, somewhere in there, and then you take the trade back down here to 34. Okay, another short entry there. Okay, that one I didn't post over on the Discord because it happened a little later, and I had already basically told the community I was done for today. Okay, but anyways, that happened a little later. The trade that I'm talking about was right here. If you see this red arrow line right here, I got to the trade. I think it was around by 82.5 is what that trade I posted over on the Discord community just as well. Okay, so you can find that one there. But if you follow the structure of the market here, even on the lower time frame, my 12 range chart, this is the chart that I primarily take most of my entries off of. You can see the market making lower lows and lower highs. Yes, breaking areas of structure to the left-hand side, okay? All right, so, but then it turns back around and starts moving higher. What is it doing? Making making higher highs and higher lows, and it's breaking through structure now right here as it's moving back to the upside. Again, this is the high. If we break this area up here, that's a major structure break, okay? But anything in between where we have, the market what was creating structure or making structure as it was moving lower here. Okay, this is all internal structure. And then when it turns around and starts breaking structure back to the upside, you have to also look for opportunities, or at least engage in opportunities and take interest in long entries. All right. So on the low, and this is on the lower time frame now. I wasn't even looking at the higher time frame. I was strictly just looking at my lower time frame, the 12 range chart, because I saw the market as it was moving higher. And made this high right here at low, and then it broke higher and took out right here at 16,776. That was a internal structure break to the upside here when it broke above here and broke above this area. Okay, then there was a small area of structure right here. Okay, I saw it move higher, broke this area here. Okay, and then it pulled back, and then it was testing this area right here when it pushed up. Okay, after breaking here, it pushed right into this area right here, okay, into this swing, okay, and there was a little gap right there. It's hard to see it unless I really blow it up, guys. But I'm really trying to touch the meat of the subject here. There was a small little gap right there. There was an area of supply right here, all right, as well. But the market, if you take a look here, I'm going to show you. I have to bring this together, okay. Pushed higher and tapped into that zone right there. So it was making higher highs and higher lows, creating structure, breaking areas of structure as it was moving to the upside here. So there was a demand area right here. It had already tapped into, okay, this supply zone here, all right, rejected or pulled off of it, all right, and because it tapped into that area there, I continued looking and said, okay, we got a major area right here. We got a major area that the market can definitely feel right here. You see this right here, all this selling right here, but I'm also paying attention because this is an area of resistance to the left-hand side of that as well. The market can pause, stop, or reject when it reaches this area. That's why I had this red line right here. Okay. Now it didn't immediately go all the way up there and tap into that area. It rejected right where I had that arrow line at right here. Okay. But when I saw the market making these higher highs and higher lows, breaking structure here, okay, tap it into this swing where there was supply it right here, okay, and then it pulled back right here. All right, take a look. Pulled back right here. There is an area of demand right here, okay. I waited for rejection right there. I said, okay, if the market rejects this zone right here, this demand zone right here on the 12 range chart, I'm going to go long and aim, okay, to try to fill in these gaps, at least up to what this red line is, this red arrow is, to this area of resistance pretty much, okay? And look what happens. All right, I got into the trade. I got into it around, I think it was 82.5 was when I got into it. I got into it a little late. The opportunity was basically right here on the pullback, and you could have got in. You could have got in right here at 76.25, to be honest with you, okay? But I got a little late at 82.25, 82.5. This trade I did post over on the Discord community, so it's there. So 82.5 is where I got in, and I took out up here at 94.5. I mean 95.5 or 95, somewhere in there. So it was a beautiful trade right there, okay? And you can look to take trades just like that. So I just wanted to talk about and answer that individual's question that had, interest in why did I take that trade going long when price was tapping into a supply zone there, right here, okay? And yes, because I saw the rejection, okay? Price filled in that area or that voided gap right there. It was also an area of demand. And when it came back to the area, I said, I'm going to take my shot to go long, because if the market is already filling in these areas here, okay, and it's got all this area here where it wants to try to probably more than likely try to fill in, I got to be interested in that. And plus we have liquidity resting right here at the top end of this swing right here. So if the market pulls back and taps into this demand zone as it did, rejects it, I'm going to aim. Okay. Now my first aim would be to the high right here, and then look for the market or try to trail behind it to capture some of this, filling these gaps right here. Okay. But I got to be mindful over here because this was an area of resistance, and it tapped right into that area and rejected and pulled away from it, as you can see right here. So basically it was just a pullback to a key area of demand, waiting for the rejection, looking for and the aim for the market to fill in some of these gaps here, but be mindful of those areas of resistance that where price or the market can stop at as well, okay? But that can also be on the flip side too. These types of setups happen and occur to where you may have to also be mindful of support just as well. But hopefully that gives a clear definition and an understanding of the trades, some of the trades. But yes, for all those that are interested in joining the Discord community, find the link down in the description portion of the video. If you're not a current subscriber, please take the time to go ahead and click on the sub button, join, because there's tons of valuable videos and information that's right there that you can gain access to. And you can basically educate yourself just watching the videos. You don't need to pay for a trading course or a training course or mentorship. If you spend the time and the hours in, if you don't believe me, come over to the Discord, tap into the community and ask questions, and you'll find individuals there on the Discord community that have spent valuable time, hundreds of hours possibly. I don't know how much time they spent, to be honest with you. You can ask certain individuals or come over and ask the community. I'm sure there will be responses, but you will find there are, a good number of community members that have spent hours watching videos. You'll see their posts, their comments, their testimonies over on the Discord. Just scroll through the general chat or even on the trading floor, and you'll see individuals that have good things, good positive things to share with the community in reference to them being profitable now or moving forward towards profitability and things turning around for themselves because they've taken the time to watch the videos, to educate themselves. And many of them now are actually in the process of making money on their own journey and path, just simply understanding and learning the strategy. And that could be you too. So please take the time to go ahead and sub to the channel. Spend time. You got, it's the holiday break for those that celebrate it. Watch the videos, I think tomorrow's early halt, Friday's early close, something like that. So anyways, I'll look to see everyone next week as we get to rocking and rolling into a new trading week. I'm not saying that you can't trade, maybe Friday, whatever the case is, but just be careful as we move into the holidays, because or are we into the holidays now because the volume kind of kicks back, or as not as much volume out there. Okay. All right. Also, please take the time to go ahead and leave a like on the video if you have not done so already. And make sure to turn your post notifications on so you never miss one of the uploads here on the channel. Take care. I'll see everyone in the next video. And please have a safe Thanksgiving holiday.